Is there any statement that you wish to make?
Yes, Your Honor. First of all, I just want to say I'm sorry, and I know what I did was wrong. I was employed by the school for over 12 years with never any incidents of anything. My husband's business was failing, and I felt like the walls were closing in on us, and I know I made horrible choices, but I made a mistake, and obviously I'm paying the price for that. I did it to help our family and our kids and our bills. It wasn't any reasoning for other activity. It was just to support our family. And I know I could have asked family, but I was just raised a proud person, and I guess my pride got in the way, and I didn't feel like I could do that at the time. And because of all of this, I obviously have lost my job that I was good at and held down for many years. And I was also very active in the community, and I've lost all those functions and hurt my family immensely and have humiliated them with all the press and everything that has gone along with this. And I just want to say that, I mean, I've learned from this, and I'll never, ever do this again.
The state does acknowledge that Ms. Mares does not have any prior criminal record. She did make full restitution. She did pay the costs back for the audit, that not only that the school incurred internally, but with the state of Ohio. But this wasn't an isolated incident. There may be no criminal record, but this was an isolated incident. The reason that this theft was discovered was because it was initially discovered that Ms. Mares was stealing from a scholarship fund that she was put in a position of trust to watch over. And she was stealing from the scholarship fund. She admitted to stealing from the scholarship fund. The only reason she wasn't charged with that crime was the family that runs the scholarship fund did not want to pursue criminal charges and did not work with the police to pursue that case. But that's how this theft was uncovered, because she was stealing from the scholarship fund. Once they discovered she was stealing from the scholarship fund, the school became concerned and launched this investigation because she handled money at the school. Again, she was at a position of trust at the school. Once they did their audit, the school discovered all of these monies missing. And what were these? These were workbook fees that parents would come in and pay $50 workbook fees to the school. Because Cardinal schools, like a lot of our school districts in the state and in this county, are struggling, and they pinch every single penny to try to educate students. And they go to parents and they try to get $50 for a workbook fee. They charge for athletic participation. The schools are doing everything they can to try to bring some little added income and have user fees. And is it easy for these parents? I'm sure there's a lot of parents that go to whose kids go to Geauga Elementary School, who struggle to make ends meet, who have trouble paying bills. And it's probably a sacrifice for a lot of those parents whose students are at Geauga to pay a $50 workbook fee. And instead of the school, that desperately needs the money, getting these fees, Ms. Mares was taking them and using them for her own personal benefit. So,
individual thefts, in my mind, represent discrete violations of the law. And at the same time, they presented opportunities for you, Ms. Mares, to rethink your conduct. Each one of those opportunities you ignored. You had the chance to say no and to make it right and to come clean or to quit. Or even, I'll make a radical suggestion, just never do this to begin with. How could you have started to do this? You work at a place for 11 years that writes your paycheck. You're not just in a position of trust with respect to your own conduct and your relationship to these funds. You are actually entrusted to secure these funds from the thefts of outsiders. And you're the insider, you're the guard keeper, and you're taking the money. And yeah, I know times are tough. the funds that were stolen, those people that contributed those funds. I think we can presume that they had just as many challenges as you, if not more so, some of them. Some of them less, some of them more. And you chose to steal, which is criminal. And in this case, it's rare in our system at this time that someone who commits a 5th-degree felony can be sent to prison. This is singled out as a felony, which is one in which a person can be sent to prison. That's how serious this offense is. Why? Again, you were supposed to be the fiduciary of these funds. And instead, you preyed upon your opportunity of trust by stealing the money over and over and over again over the course of almost 2 years. I recognize for the record that you have criminal background. That's what makes this in part so disturbing and confusing, baffling. You have expressed some remorse, but I don't buy all that remorse. If only because when you were called to task on this, the truth had to be dragged out of you. Chief Stanko had to spend how much time and effort uncovering it, instead of you just saying, okay, I did it. It wasn't until you were backed into a corner, until the evidence was so overwhelming and indisputable, that finally, all right, I did it. That's wrong. That's double wrong.